We're going to show you guys a tutorial on how to go through the new fit model posing as well as the differences between the bikini and the fit model division. First, we're going to go through the full fit model routine.
Now we're going to go through the NPC bikini routine.
Now we're going to go through the differences between the fit model and the bikini pose. The main difference in the fit model pose is that all of the weight is shifted onto the back leg, whereas in bikini, the weight is shifted onto the front leg. So in fit model, we have a little bit of a wider stance and the weight is shifted to the back leg. The waistline is twisted away from the judges, still keeping a pelvic tilt and keeping the back hand on the waistline, but we're not pushing this extreme X taper. We're not trying to show as much lats or as much fullness to the shoulders, and with less detail coming through in separation in the muscles.
And for bikini, as she said, basically it's a few of the opposites. You want to look for the wide V taper, your shoulders forward facing the judges, your waist still keeping a small waistline facing away, and making sure that you have a really good glute profile to show the overall hourglass shape.
Now with the fit model front pose, there are a couple different variations at this point in time. So now remember that the division is new and things are going to evolve. But right now, what you can anticipate is that again, we still want that small waist and the glutes visible to the judges. So in one variation, you're gonna have more of a twist of the waistline, really thinking about bringing the low back to the front. In a second variation, we can take that twist a little bit less, still sit that weight out the back hip, but now the glutes are a little bit less visible to the judges. So again, there's a couple of variations in the waistline. We can over exaggerate the twist, or we can sit more into the side of the hip, bringing the back hip away from the judges still to hide most of the waistline, but bringing just a little bit more to the front. Now we're going to show you the difference between the transition between the two divisions. So in fit model, you really won't pause at all. You're going to keep your momentum going all the way around to the back without stopping.
For bikini, you want a slight pause in each of your transition poses, about a second each, but not too long, enough that you can see the actual transition pose.
Now in the bikini back pose, you're gonna have a lot more tie-in separation, so this edge detail is gonna be much more prominent. In addition to that, in the bikini back pose, there's going to be a little bit more exaggeration of this V taper because her lats are pulled out a little bit more, and one of the main differences is in the shoulder fullness and the shoulder detail. So the rear delts are really coming through. She has a lot of caps here, and again in fit model, you won't have as much fullness and as much separation in the glutes. When it comes to transitioning from the back to the front, it's again going to be very similar as the front to the back in that you're not going to stop or pause. So once you collect your feet, you'll come around right back to front pose without stopping in the fit model division.
So for bikini, you will have a slight pause from back to front. Usually there is about two different variations, the step back or the step together. And the step back will be slightly longer, especially longer than the fit model.
Now the walk between fit model and bikini is virtually going to be the same, but one of the most common questions we get is how do I get into my front pose? So in fit model, again, the walk is going to be the same. You'll walk when you come out to that box and you're ready to stop, run the line. You'll push your weight to the front leg, switch your weight to your back hip and hit your pose. Again, you won't pause. Now with the back walk, again, they're going to be very similar. So we're going to transition without pausing in fit model. Bikini will have a 1 second pause. When you're in the back walk, and both divisions are the same, you can collect your feet and you're going to keep your low back high and tight, twisting your hips from side to side and keeping your posture up nice and tall.
So that is the differences between fit model and bikini posing. If you guys are interested in online or in-person posing one-on-one sessions, you can contact Tory or me through our Instagram or the Team Elite website.